a boy named Kurt who runs a social media channel. He used to stay active on his channel. He uploads many stories on his channel, like those about his dog and his parents. He tells us that his parents got divorced and tries to make the soundtrack. He also gives reviews on different products. His friend is named Bobby. He also runs a social media platform and shows live games on it while playing. Bobby has many followers as compared to Kurt. That's why Kurt wants to come live with Bobby, but he refuses. He says, "Don't come live with me." Kurt becomes furious at this. He leaves, and later, Kurt is shown as a cab driver. He conveys the customers to their destination. Kurt has been working in social media for about 10 years. He hasn't had any special success yet. This makes him worried, and he sees that Bobby is succeeding and has many followers. His followers don't comment on his post. After a few days, Kurt posts a video. He says, "I have an idea for it, and people will like, share, or comment on his post. Then I will be famous." Kurt is shown starting his task in the next scene. He introduces himself and shows everyone. He went to the back seat and put a mineral water bottle. Then he goes to meet his mother. The video was recorded when he went to meet his mother. His mother called him to meet, and there was a bracelet in his hand when he returned. He hangs the bracelet in his car. Then a customer arrives, and he has to go to a park, but seeing cameras, he asks, "What is it?" He tells him, "I have done this for my safety." This customer tells him he delivers speeches in front of 3,000 people. Right now, he is going for a speech. Kurt appreciates him, and then they discuss different topics. Meanwhile, Kurt starts driving speedily, and the man asks him to drive slowly. He gets scared, and Kurt says, "There is a water bottle near you, have water." He agrees and drinks a sip of water from the bottle. Kurt has mixed poison in the water. The man starts coughing and tries to open the doors of the car. He was having breathing difficulty. Kurt was enjoying seeing the man die. Kurt makes a victory sign when the man dies. Then he says, "One man down." Later, there was a lady as his next customer. She places her luggage in his car. She sits in the car while arguing with her husband and drinks water from the bottle. It happens the same with her, and she gets faint after a short time. Kurt takes this lady's phone and gives himself 5 stars for his driving. Another boy sits in his car, and they enjoy the music track. Then Kurt receives a girl request named Jessie, and she wants to enjoy his ride. Kurt goes near the girl, and she cancels her request. Kurt says, "I am a 5-star driver, so you can take a drive from me." The girl sits in his car, and the discussion is shown between them. Kurt and the boy start arguing, and Jessie becomes furious at it. She leaves the car. While leaving, she throws the water from the bottle at the passenger. They again start their journey, and Kurt takes this passenger to a deserted road. Kurt stops the car while saying this is a shortcut, and the passenger comes out of the car. Kurt moves the car forward and then reverses it. The car hits the man, and he falls to the ground. Kurt drives his car on him and ends him brutally. This passenger says before dying that the lady passenger named Jessie is a famous comedian. She has many followers on her account. Kurt sees that girl's account, and she is viral and has many followers. He also sees videos where no one is commenting. Just one of his friends named Bobby was commenting. He said in comments that he has cheap material. He was saying your post isn't interesting. Bobby kept criticizing Kurt, and Kurt doesn't like it. There are 3 people shown in Kurt's car, 2 girls and a boy. Kurt was driving speedily, and they were scared, but he says this is an adventure. Nothing will happen to you, and I will take you to an exciting location. People don't go there, but it's an exciting place. They agree, and when Kurt takes them there, he asks them to look outside through a window and enjoy themselves. A girl comes and sits with Kurt, and the couple sitting behind and looking outside through a sunroof. Meanwhile, wild wolves came to attack them. They attacked the couple, and Kurt shuts the sunroof so they couldn't sit inside the car. The couple was killed by wild wolves, and the girl in the car was also getting scared. She was screaming. Kurt turned his drilling machine on and killed the girl. There was blood everywhere in the car, and Kurt has washed it. Kurt checked his social media page, but there are no comments on this video. On another side, people were commenting on the video of Jessie posted with her grandmother. Kurt becomes jealous and says, "I am doing huge tasks, even though there are no comments on my video." She has many comments on her video, and she has many followers. Jessie is at home and the door knocks. While thinking about who has arrived at this time, she goes to open the door. On the other hand, Kurt came to Bobby's house while recording the video. Bobby was live on his channel, and Kurt asked him to tell his followers about him. Bobby tells everyone Kurt was his babysitter, and he used to do strange tasks to get followers. He always tries to increase his followers. Kurt comes over in anger upon hearing this, and attacks Bobby with his knife. The live streaming was on, and the people were showing their different responses. Some were saying this is fake, and some were saying this is a prank. Some of them were enjoying it. Bobby takes out a gun to escape. He was about to shoot him. but Kurt snatched the gun. Bobby died, and this was going on live. There was blood everywhere, and there was blood on Kurt's face. Now Kurt again comes live and tells everyone about it. Bobby used to talk too much. That's why he has ended him. Later, he takes a shower and shows the victory sign while live streaming. Kurt receives a message from his father to drop him at the club. His father sit in the car, and there is a discussion between them about Kurt's mother. His father asks about the gun in the car, and he says I has kept it for his safety. Kurt is driving on the road without following the signals. They reach the club, and Kurt meets a girl there named Uno, and he makes her sit in his car. Kurt goes out, she finds the water bottle and sips from it. She starts coughing and gets faint. Kurt returns and discovers Uno has drunk water from the bottle. She has died or maybe fainted. Meanwhile, police officers approach the car. Uno regains consciousness. This girl gets scared and was feeling like the officers were also with Kurt. Because she has seen Kurt's gun in the car, and because of it, she gets scared. She shoots a police officer with this gun. Kurt also comes back in his car and was driving quickly. The police were chasing him. He drove his car on the wrong path, and it was live. Everyone was enjoying that. How is he driving so fast? His driving style was dangerous. That's why his followers were increasing. He was excited to see them. Jessie is delivering a speech on the stage, as she is a comedian and makes everyone laugh. She talks about Kurt and he was also hearing all this. Jessie says she met a boy who was obsessed with gaining social media followers. He used to do weird things for this. She was making fun of Kurt and he doesn't like this. Kurt was about to shoot her, but then she changes her words. She tells them she was like Kurt before and used to stay restless to get people's attention. Now I have taken my retirement from social media, and then she breaks her phone. Kurt, who was about to shoot her, reconsiders his decision. Later, Kurt is in a taxi that is being driven by an old man. Kurt was talking to him, and after some time, he stole his car from him. Another boy asks, Jessie, can I drop you at your home? Jessie refuses and takes a taxi instead of going with him. Kurt was in that taxi, and he said to her, did you recognize me? I am that mad boy about whom you were talking. Jessie starts feeling uncomfortable. She asks him to stop the car, but Kurt doesn't listen to her and doesn't stop the car. He starts talking to her and says, let's get famous on social media together. To escape, Jessie seized Kurt's neck with a wire from behind. Kurt punched Jessie to escape. She fainted. Kurt shows her live and asks, tell me what to do with this girl. They say end her. His followers were increasing gradually. Some were commenting negatively, and some were positive. Most of them were enjoying themselves. Kurt tries to pick something to kill her. Jessie disappears from there, and he tries to find her. He sees she is inside the car, and Kurt is in front of the car while Jessie was driving. He was escaping and running towards his house. He moves inside his house, and Jessie is behind him. The car hits their house, and the wall of the house breaks. There is a dead woman in their house, and Kurt's father comes out. He says to Jessie, what have you done? Kurt is holding a gun in his hand and shooting his father. The dead body was Kurt's mother. He has killed his mother and wishes to fire Jessie. But his gun is shown empty, and Jessie reverses her car to run. Then she drives her car speedily towards Kurt to end him. Kurt collides with the wall and dies there. Everything was going on live, and people were becoming happy to see this. Everyone was commenting and asking Jessie to see whether he was alive or dead. She slowly comes out of the car, scared, and sees Kurt. She hits Kurt's face even though many people were watching them. Jessie takes Kurt's picture and posts it on her social media. This story of Kurt has gone viral. This movie ends here. Make sure to subscribe and turn on notifications so you can watch more videos like this.